Millions across the southeast are beginning to feel the impacts of Hurricane Helene as we enter the final few hours before that storm officially makes landfall in Florida. Take a look at your screen right now. On the left is live radar of the storm. You can see its size and scale. It's still just off the Florida coast, but those outer bands already making an impact. And on your right, a live look at King Street up at Boone, where strong rain has been falling over the last several hours. And take a look at this. Overnight, we got some new video of 2 potential tornadoes touching down in the mountain counties.
Yeah, this first video is out of Rutherford County, right near Asheville. We're told a potential tornado touched down there around 4 yesterday afternoon. And then just a few hours later, this same storm producing another tornado near Blowing Rock. We do want again to remind folks to be weather aware this morning, as we can expect winds to pick up and conditions from these storms to get worse before they improve. This morning, officials warning folks across the Carolinas to start preparing now as the storm inches closer. Behind us right now, video of Helene's impact. This is down in Cancun, Mexico. And experts say the storm will considerably be stronger by the time it reaches the U.S. Yes, WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane joins us live now in Uptown with what people here in Charlotte need to know. Richard?
Yeah, good morning to you guys. Good Thursday morning all. Basically, you just said it. Be prepared. Now, if you take a look at the weather now, it's nothing like those videos we were just looking at of down where the Helene is actually battering the area. We can tell you we're expecting some heavy rains and some winds, and that could cause trouble here. So if you haven't already, best to start trying to prepare. Because, you know, as we look at video, you're grabbing some last-minute supplies to prepare for Helene. Well, like most folks, if you go today, you may be out of luck, as there's been a run on folks who've been trying to get their last-minute items like food and things of that nature. We went to Blackhawk's Hardware and found that many folks also looking for things to have on hand in case of you lose power, like extra battery cables, water, blankets, and even tarps and things like that that can help prevent flooding in case you live in an area where that is prone to flooding. And for those of us concerned about our lawns and the trees which could be uprooted as the grounds become saturated, the best advice is do what you can now, just in case.
You have to kind of be prepared. Listen out for the news forecasts of what the weather's going to be. Tie down everything you can tie down if we're expecting winds, and you know, make sure your gutters are clean. You know, and you've done everything you can do to prevent flooding.
It's hard for us to gauge what the demand's going to be, and if everybody waits till the last minute, then everybody's scrambling around to find who has stuff left.
Yeah, and he also said that basically if you can, we have those winter months coming up, so it's best to have that preparedness kit ready now. Even if a storm isn't as bad this time and you don't lose power or need it, it's good to always have one on hand just in case. We're right here in Uptown. This is Richard Devane. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Richard, thank you for that. And now let's go to live pictures right now. This is downtown Blowing Rock, where you can see the camera covered in raindrops, and the area there is just soaked this morning. Blue Ridge Energy line technicians and staff are on high alert this morning as they prepare for the storm. We checked just moments ago, and as of right now, about 100 homes are without power in the mountains. But Blue Ridge says it's prepared for those numbers to go up.
We probably had some of the most challenging service territory in all of North Carolina. I mean, we serve from southern Caldwell County all the way up into the mountains. So you can get a range of 1,000 feet above sea level to 5,000 feet above sea level, which presents challenges to the teams. But we're prepared for that. We train for that. We have specialized equipment that's ready to meet that need of responding to outages in tough terrain, rocky, hilly terrain. So we're prepared for it, and we're obviously...
Blue Ridge Energy also asking folks to have tools on hand to stay safe during the outage. That includes extra batteries, flashlights as well, extra water for drinking, cooking, and of course for pets as well. Non-perishable food, first aid, including prescription medications, you know, the drill, things we talk about every single time. The mountain regions especially at risk for the major damages and storm outages. But it's not just Helene.
Yeah, so Chris, you were saying that's like what's happening before is going to make when Helene comes in even worse.
And we've seen this before. The most notable example, and if you lived here long enough, it was the Hidden Night Campground event. Yep. It was days of rain followed by a tropical system that ended up moving in, and that's why it was so bad. So it's actually the precursor that's making this such a historic flooding event, that there will be higher rain totals here in the mountains from Georgia up to North Carolina compared to what we're expecting for Helene around landfall. It's already been raining for hours. Check it out. You actually have two things working against us. You have the stationary front that was supposed to move through, but Helene is so powerful. Think of the weather like traffic. Sometimes it jams up, and that's exactly what's happening. So this front is allowing moisture to ride up the mountains. A trough is allowing extra lift. That's where we had a little bit of spin and reason why we saw some tornadoes, but it's non-stop moisture that continues up. And this is all being pushed up from Helene. Check out some of our estimated rain totals so far. We haven't even really begun the main event and some of the heavier rain totals, but we're seeing areas just around Avery County over 5 inches, some spikes just south thereof, and then over near Asheville, close to 10 inches of rain has already fallen, and then a lot more moisture is on the way. Look at this water vapor loop. The weather is always interconnected by major systems, so you have everything coming from Helene blasting more moisture, so you almost have a fire hose of moisture feeding those fronts. That's why this is such a significant event, and we'll continue to see more rain. This is our future cast plus the wind gusts. Winds are going to be breezy, so trees are going to come down. Landslides. This is a major emergency for a lot of areas, and I wouldn't be surprised if we will have some flash flood emergencies over the coming days. This is 11 a.m. They're still seeing heavy rain rates over 1/4 to 1/2 inch per hour, and it will continue through pretty much the entirety of the day. Charlotte, this is not really a bigger event for us compared to the mountains. We're still going to see some downed trees and definitely some heavier rain, but look at all the rain. It's not stopping. And then you head into tomorrow when actually the top of Helene's going to be here. That's peak wind gusts and already a saturated soil. That's where I think we're going to see the maximum rain rates and everything coming up. So it's really a perfect storm between the front, moisture blasting up, and then the final blast of Helene heading into Friday. So be weather aware and please stay safe.
North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper expected to address the state today as officials prepare. And this morning, Charlotte Motor Speedway is opening its campgrounds for storm evacuees. People are asked to check in at the Camping World Racing Resort office during regular business hours.